Sadate, my dammy day. This is campinggeartv.com. I'm Ben.
I'm Josh.
Today we got the bucket back. As you can see, we got the bucket again.
The return of the bucket.
The return of the bucket. We're going to do another fire starting product. So you can see we're already getting our fire starting groove on.
Yeah.
We're taking a look at oh my goodness.
What'd you fill that with?
Gasoline.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Get that out. Today we're looking at the storm lighter made by a company called Solo, and it's a waterproof, weather-resistant lighter. They say it was tested by Marines or in marine conditions by the U.S. Armed Forces. So it's supposed to be able to take a severe beating and withstand all sorts of weather problems.
Yeah, it feels like a pretty heavy-duty lighter in your hands.
Right, it is. It says the flame is 2,300 degrees Fahrenheit, and it runs on butane. I've used this lighter quite a bit. I had it on a couple float trips, and it works pretty dang well. I would say that I smoked probably 5 or 6 cigars using this thing throughout the course of a day. That was a good day. And it didn't fail at all. It worked the whole time. Got a little bit wet, but not as wet as we're going to get it here today. So, you know, as you can see, the butane tip and whatever, it gets stuff on fire pretty easily.
Yeah, it's actually, the flame doesn't shoot up as high as on like a normal lighter, but the amount of heat that this thing puts out, it's so hot that, man, it really just burns the hell out of anything you set it to. So, but not so bad that it's gonna like obliviate your cigar.
So, you know, the lighter comes in one of these packages that's basically impossible to open.
Which is a huge plus.
But, you know, it only costs about $13, so for a pretty nice lighter that you'll have a long time, I don't know, not a bad deal. It's pretty easy to refill with butane.
Yeah, we actually just refilled it a second ago because Josh has used it so much. But we got this just regular butane filler at the store. This is $1.70 for what do we got here? 0.6 ounces. Is that correct? So you know, basically it's you know, this little nozzle here at the end. Turn the lighter upside down, put it in and push it down, and spits the butane in there. It took 2 seconds. Fairly simple.
No mess or anything like that, which was nice.
No problem. At least when we did it. So. But this thing, you know, when you see it, it has a locking mechanism to clamp the top down. You know, this is a waterproof lighter. You know, one of the reasons we're taking a look at it again is because a couple episodes ago we did the waterproof matches, and we're just showing another option of what you can take along with you on one of your trips.
It's good that you brought up the locking mechanism because it actually works really well. It's just this clasp right here, but it holds pretty tight, and I've never had any problems with keeping it tight. So basically, you know, if you unclasp it, you push this little button here, it flips open, and then there you go. So pretty neat. You want to put it in the water?
Let's give it a shot.
All right. So now it's fully submerged in the bucket of water. I made sure to close the clasp over it so it was definitely tight. There's a little gasket that goes around the where the top meets the body of the lighter, the plastic part, and that gasket is what keeps the water out of there. Supposedly, we'll see.
Yep, we'll give it a shot.
So that's probably long enough that it has spent in there. That water's pretty warm. Maybe did you pee in there?
No, I didn't pee. Someone might have lit something on fire and threw it in there, though.
Right. All right. And there it goes. Still working. So, not too many lighters that you can throw into a bucket of water and let them sit in there for a few seconds and have it work.
Yeah, a Zippo, that wouldn't work real well.
No,
any sort of flint lighter, you know, once the flint gets wet, it's done for.
Right.
And so for, you know, a Zippo is going to be like $20 and, you know, or even more so in some cases, and people consider that a fancy lighter. You know, you wouldn't take a Zippo though on a canoe trip and expect to get it wet and have it, you know, be fully functional afterwards. So this is really good as far as you know, we can discuss this versus the waterproof matches. You know, I guess that ends up being preference, but certainly both products that we tried were real good. Both of them worked after being wet. Me myself, I kind of like the lighter more. It seems like, even though, I mean, it's going to take less room, you know, than having a big old box of matches. Of course, that's carrying a bunch of sets, but it just works well carrying that in your pocket, and You know, the only problem that I have with the product, honestly, is it comes in one of these packages that you damn near cut your finger off trying to get into.
Right.
You know, it'd be nice if the company had put it in a package that is a little more user friendly to open.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I like the product, and I think it, you know, it definitely can take a beating, get wet, and you won't have a problem, you know, working it and lighting things on fire for all the pyromaniacs we have watching our show.
That's right.
So, anyways, that's our episode for now. CampingGearTV.com. Check us out later.
See ya.